All right, so we are back to continue our little journey through the Hogwarts experience before we get the ultimate Hogwarts experience,
which is
Hogwarts Legacy.
The game!
Yep. So, last time they proved Voldemort was back. They faced off against Voldemort, but we lost one of the good guys. Who did we lose?
Harry Potter?
No, we didn't lose Harry Potter.
It was a joke.
How are we going to keep watching Harry Potter if we lost Harry Potter?
It was a joke.
Well, then who did we lose? Sirius Black, his godfather.
Sirius Black.
And there was a whole movie about him. It was the third one, remember?
Yeah.
Are you sad he's gone?
Kind of.
You didn't really get to know him very well.
No.
Yeah, he makes much of a less appearance in the movies than he does in the books.
But,
He's got a little bit more of a presence in the books.
and also he's, like, I know it's magic, but what type of magic allows you to put your face on fire or something and talk to someone else?
Well, we'll talk about... Well, that's kind of why I've been giving it the score I have. One, because they can't stay consistent. 1 minute, his head is, like, in the flames. Then it's in the ashes. It's like, make up your mind what you're going to do. But actually, they do that, you know how in the second Harry Potter movie they could teleport through the fireplaces?
Uh-huh.
Well, basically it's revealed that they can communicate by sticking their head into the fireplaces too. Doing something similar.
Like if you lose the same spell, but not stand in the fireplace and...
You only put your head in.
Like, put your head in, and so you have on to do just a fireplace and just put your head right into it.
Yeah, but they didn't do it very good in the movies. It was talked about better in the books, so. But yeah, we lost Sirius Black. And we are on our... Let's see, I forget which one is this.
I think it's the fifth one because last time was the first one. So it's the fifth one and sixth one.
This is the sixth, I believe. Half-Blood Prince. So what do you think's going to happen in this movie? Do you remember this one at all?
I think it will have to do something with the one who shall not be named.
Voldemort again?
How dare you say his name? Yes.
Why do you think it's called the Half-Blood Prince?
Just because they wanted to be named that way.
Yeah.
No, you don't. No, sometimes you don't have to pay attention to the name. You have to pay more attention about the petrol. Because there could be some tricks about the petrol. And more in the words.
I mean, every single name for every single Harry Potter book has had something to do with the story. I mean, Sorcerer's Stone or Philosopher's Stone dealt with what they were looking for, what they were trying to protect and keep from Voldemort. In the second one, it was the Chamber of Secrets. That's where all the trouble was the Chamber of Secrets. In the third one, we had the Prisoner of Azkaban, and we learned that Sirius Black is the Prisoner of Azkaban. And Goblet of Fire, that was the thing that decided the Triwizard Cup contestants, and so it was based around that.
And somehow Harry got into it, and there was supposed to be...
In Order of the Phoenix, we learned about the Order of the Phoenix and how they were an army that fought against Voldemort the first time. And now we have Half-Blood Prince. So, since that's a person, who do you think the Half-Blood Prince could be?
I mean, you don't actually know if it's a human or a
Well, I mean, people who have seen it. People who have seen it know.
I don't know. I've seen it for my first time. And you probably seen it for your second or fourth time. What the heck?
But, okay, so you don't have any guess on who do you think it could be?
I think it's Prince Robert, and he's gonna be something. And
Just say Voldemort.
We don't know if it's even gonna be the one who should not be named. We don't even know. It could, there could be other kids on it who have blood in it as a prince. We don't know.
Alright. Well, let's jump right into this, and we'll see you guys after.
Bye.
Years ago, I knew a boy who made all the wrong choices. He seemed a student like any other. His name, Tom Riddle. Today the world knows him by another name. Voldemort. This memory is everything. This memory is a different kind of magic. Very dark. Very powerful. Without it, we are blind. Without it, we leave the fate of our world to chance. You have no choice. You must not fail.
Fight back, you coward!
Once again, I must ask too much of you.
Alright, so we just finished Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. So, Cora, tell us what happened in this movie.
So Harry Potter went back to Hogwarts, but first he picked up a new teacher.
And who was the new teacher?
I think the name is Mr.
Slughorn.
Slughorn.
Yep. Keep going. So they go back to school, and what does Harry think is going on?
I think Harry thinks Voldemort's back.
No, they know Voldemort's back. What does he think about Draco?
That he's, the one.
The one what? You mean a Death Eater?
Yes.
Okay, continue. Is he a Death Eater?
A little bit.
A little bit. Continue. So he's a little bit of Death Eater. What's going on in this?
And
Why is it called Half-Blood Prince?
because there's a half-blooded prince.
No, the book. He gets a book when he picks up taking potions because he thought he couldn't because of his OWLs from the previous, but then he finds out he can because they got a new potions teacher. It's not Snape. What happened to Snape? Snape got moved to what class?
dark arts.
Yeah. You ever notice that every film we've had a different Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher?
Yeah, that is true.
Of course it's true. But anyways, so Slughorn is teaching potions, and Harry's taking potions, and he gets a book, and the book belongs to
The half-blooded
the Half-Blood Prince. And who is the Half-Blood Prince? Who do we find out is the Half-Blood Prince?
It's Snape.
Snape.
My sassy got tingles on him.
Now, before we continue on with any more spoilers, let's just tell the audience, if you haven't watched these movies, definitely go watch these before you finish this review. Because we will be, if you haven't guessed already, there are spoilers through our reviews. So, Cora, what's the big thing that happens towards the end? What do Harry and Dumbledore go do?
They go on a top, well, I would say top secret mission, but it's a mission, and they go to the mission, and I think Dumbledore said he had kind of having to get drunk. I don't know.
He has to drink a potion that's going to cause him pain, and there's a lot of things about what he was mumbling about during that potion, but they're there to get a Horcrux. And what is a Horcrux?
A metal. No,
It's a magical object
magical object.
that contains this part of the soul of
Voldemort?
Voldemort. Yep.
I said that like 2 times.
Well, you're not saying it very clear. Voldemort.
Voldemort.
I mean, it's not a hard name to say.
It is
No, it's not.
for me.
Anyways, so they're getting this Horcrux that belongs to Voldemort, and then they get back.
And then they talk for a little bit, and then they get attacked, and Harry hides down below, and then I forget his name.
Snape,
No, the other kid.
Draco,
No, the other kid.
Dumbledore. Oh, the other kid was Draco. Draco catches Dumbledore off guard.
And then so more bad guys that we saw, even the one that had killed
Harry's godfather,
Godfather,
Bellatrix,
also
came.
And then Voldemort came. Wait, what the
Voldemort wasn't in this one!
I can't get it in one name!
I mean, except maybe
Stop.
like past versions of him, like little kid versions, memories of him.
It's
Snape. You mean Snape showed up.
They both were black. So now I'm getting
And a lot of people wore black.
in the movie.
Yes, in the movie, a lot of people wore black. Come on, let's go. Let's get on with it. So what happens when Snape shows up?
He goes ahead and kills Dumbledore.
Yeah, how'd that make you feel?
That was actually kind of heartbreaking. I wish you could have said that part because I didn't want to talk about it.
Well, you need to talk about it. Anyways. And then what does Harry reveal after the death of Dumbledore?
They find out that magical object is actually fake, and someone else has the actual magical object.
The Horcrux.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least he knows that their 2 Horcruxes destroyed. Still only got 5 left to go.
Wait, 5?
Yep. That's what the next 2 movies are about. Finding those 5 remaining objects.
And so, so Harry might find 3 or 2 in the next movie, and then after that, the other movie, you might have also 2 or 3.
Something like that.
Yeah, because 2 plus 3 equals 5, and 3 plus 2 equals 5, and they need to find 5 more.
Actually, they only need to find 4 more.
What?
How would you feel? I'm going to give you a little bit of a thing to think about. What if there's been a Horcrux right in front of their eyes the whole time?
Whoa. What the hell?
But you'll have to wait till we watch the next one to find out what that Horcrux is. But trust me, by the end of it, you'll know. But yep, there's been a Horcrux right in front of their eyes the whole time. But anyways, so that's going to wrap up this part of the review. We will be right back with our final score.
Bye!
Hello there. I promise we'll get right back to the video shortly. I just wanted to say that many writers, YouTubers, readers, and gamers often talk about one thing that they all share in common, and that is drinking coffee. And perhaps you're tired of going out and ordering expensive high-end coffees and cappuccinos from huge corporations, and are looking for a way to have that same or better coffee brewed right in your own home. So I want to ask that you consider trying Coffee Brand Coffee. You can order from an array of different blends that will be delivered right to your door. And if coffee is not your thing, they also have teas, cocos, and chocolates. Why am I doing this, you may ask? Well, for a long time now, I have been a fan of a channel called The Quartering, which is constantly reporting on the news, and the head of the channel, Jeremy, has worked really hard for his viewers over the time I've watched this channel. He has done so much, helping out others and smaller channels, working hard to make several videos a day, which I can tell you, does take quite a good amount of work. And recently, he started his own coffee company. So if you're willing to try and change to a better coffee, tea, or K-cup because you need that sweet caffeine fix to get you through writing that next novel, reading that next book, playing that new video game long into the late hours of the night, or starting off early in the morning for a long live stream, then head over to the website for Coffee Brand Coffee or check out the channel The Quartering and see what delicious specials they have going on.
For thousands of years, the world has been protected by the Guardian of Light, or as he is more commonly known, Santa Claus. Over the centuries, factors such as fear and prejudice, greed and jealousy, misunderstandings, betrayal and war have segregated most humans from the magical world of elves, fairies, wizards, and the like. This has resulted in many misconceptions and generalizations of the true nature of Santa and his world.
This 6-book series by Sean Connaughton begins as the current of a long series of Guardians is murdered by a group of monstrous enemies recently escaped from an enchanted South Pole prison. These creatures are loyal to the darkness, an evil force determined to exterminate the light in order to enslave all creatures of the world.
Shane Connor, an average young man, suddenly finds himself being trained as the new Guardian. As he adapts to his new life among fantastic creatures, he goes on an adventurous quest with a legendary wizard for the ultimate weapon to use against the darkness, and faces murderous enemies like Rasputin, Morgana Le Fay, Krampus, and many more.
Along with his best friend, Joe Gomez, Shane encounters politics, history, mysterious murders, new loves, his own hidden past, and racial dynamics among the fantasy races that turn out to be all too real. Their adventures reveal the true nature of the world and challenge the current state of how all races interact.
This series expertly melds myths, legends, history, faiths, folklore, and secret societies into a fascinating, cohesive, comprehensive world of wonder and magic.
From Atlantis to Olympus, from Hades to the moon, and from broomstick races to Christmas deadlines, join the new Santa Claus on his amazing journey. But beware, will Shane's quest achieve his ultimate goal of destroying the darkness and preserving the light of the world? Or is he actually playing right into a plot by dark forces that will result in his, and our, ultimate doom?
So make your list and check it twice for the Guardian of Light book series. Download your audiobook or ebook today from Audible, Amazon, or iTunes.
All right, Cora. Because I don't want to influence your opinion, I want you to go first. So on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you give Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince?
A.
Remember, you have to explain why. So
4. Wait, no. A 1 out of 10.
a 1 out of 10.
That's really good.
Is that a serious score?
Maybe.
Okay. Explain
This,
why you're giving it such a low score.
This movie, like, had the blood and stuff, but it was very dark. Like, barely any light. Just like my dad said in the other movie, just a little bit plus more. And what I mean by a little bit more, I mean a lot more.
Wow.
And also, the sad ending, I swear if you lose a other one in the next movie, that other one is getting a 0 out of 10.
Okay. Is that the only reason? I mean, you giving it a 1 out of 10. I mean, you gotta give it a little bit more than that. What else didn't you like?
That's it.
Oh. I mean, because just it having a bad ending, a dark ending, like a depressing ending, shouldn't really... I mean, that should make you more invested to find out what's going to happen next.
Wait a minute. And also, he should have known she would be coming. How is Harry not ready when she knows the one who killed his godfather was going to come and take him out? Well, at least was going to try. I mean, maybe Harry knows that's going to happen, but I'm not really sure, but he did look prepared.
Alright. Well, anyways, for me, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, on a scale of 1 to 10, I would really have to give this 5. I do like the story a lot. I like the ending a lot. Especially knowing what comes next. It's a really good ending as far as I'm concerned. I'm not going to say the words that everybody knows I'm going to say, because everybody who else has watched these and read the books already knows these words. So I'm not going to say it.
What?
No, I'm not. But what I will say is I do full-heartedly agree with my daughter. And this one was even worse than the last as far as lighting goes. David Yates, I swear to God, there's these things called lights. They work wonders for your films, okay? You do not need to shoot the film in the dark. Guess what? We, the viewers, do not like this crap. Stop making all your damn movies so goddamn dark. I do think he got better with Fantastic Beast, but I really wish they would have gone back to another director or something, because this was just absolutely horrid the entire time. And it was filmed in this dirty looking yellowish brown mostly. I hated it.
And I think I know that, I think I know what's happening. It's gonna get more darker each movie, so Dad, prepare to probably give it a low score.
Well, we'll
Because
talk
I'm
about that.
pretty sure-
We'll talk about that with the next one. But let me finish what I'm saying.
Okay.
This was just absolutely insane how dark this movie was. There were certain scenes where it's meant to be dark, and I can't really see much of what's going on the screen. And I have a 70-inch TV, so if I'm having trouble seeing what's going on an HD Blu-ray or 4K Blu-ray player with a 4K TV, yeah, that's not a very good, defense for your movie. And it probably was even worse. In fact, I can tell you for a fact it was worse trying to watch it in theaters. You really couldn't see crap. And like I said, they had this like film grain over it that a lot of the time that made, like, really brought out the browns and blacks and the dark blues. And it's like, that was crappy. I mean, you've got very little color. I mean, and when the colors are on screen, they don't pop. They don't really show off. And it's just, it was not a good look for this movie. I get that the story is dark and depressing, but you don't need to carry that through the entirety of the film. I think it would have had a lot better response had there been actual color and actually seen more. And then also, too, there are a lot of characters that are sidelined in this. Like, we get told, oh, he's going to go see Hagrid towards the end. But we hardly saw Hagrid until that point. Like, you saw him when the train first arrived. But then, like, you don't see Hagrid any other time. And that was just, it was so annoying. So, that's why this one gets a 5 out of 10. It's mostly because of the filmmaking and the way it just makes you constantly feel depressed and squinting at the screen. I sort of felt like I was Slughorn. And that's why I think her score was so low, because honestly, I think she was losing interest most of the way through the movie. Like, would it just hurry up and be over kind of a deal. So, anyways, this is going to wrap up our review for Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Honestly, I still do like the overall stories. I do still like watching the movies overall. But these last two especially, the filmmaking-wise, they are just the worst. And it only gets, I'd say, a little bit better with the final two. I think finally the director did start to bring back some color. And then when we went into the Fantastic Beast era, he definitely went back to like normal style. I mean, I'm going to have to rewatch those to see, but I'm pretty sure he goes back to like a normalty when it comes to the colors. I don't know why they decided to make these ones so dark and depressing looking, so. But like I said, that's going to wrap up. Any final thoughts, Cora?
I feel like some characters were X'd out that were probably really good, but...
So you agree with me is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. And you have anything to add that I didn't say?
No.
Okay. Well then, Let us know if you agree with us. Was this, like, way too dark for you? Like, not dark, the story, but dark, like, somebody turn on a freaking light. You know, there's things called spotlights. Put a spotlight on, okay? Were you kind of thinking that the whole time? Like we were? Or did you like the dark setting? I mean, I'm sure there are people out there that might have liked it. So, like I said, comment below, let us know. And we'll see you all in the next one.
Bye!